Yesterday after the snow fell, it was a little bit of a rough drive in, but in the afternoon, snow blanketing everything looked nice, and now most of that snow has turned into puddles as the rain moves in and the temperature starts to rise. We also are dealing with a lot of fog this morning, and that's what I want to hit on first and foremost. Take a look out the windows of our next weather sphere. At first, when I walked in and looked at this, I was like, are the shades pulled down? Is something going on outside? This is just really what it looks like. You cannot see the city skyline. You can kind of make out some of the lights at the bottom edge there off the balcony, but it is fogged in. Visibility's in the city below 1 mile here this morning, and that is really going to slow you down. So for that reason, we remain in a next weather alert. We don't have any snow. We don't have any ice outside of the Poconos this morning. We do have some steady rain, some ponding, some road spray, and of course that low visibility with the fog in place. Off to the north and west, up across the Poconos, we do still have the threat for some freezing rain, and areas that got hit hardest with the snow Tuesday night into yesterday morning are getting some of the heaviest rain. Southern Delaware and South Jersey causing some runoff. All that snow melt coupled with maybe a half-inch of rain could lead to ponding on the roads. Where you see the pink up around Lee Height and Mount Pocono, Jim Thorpe, you are seeing the threat for some ice here. Freezing rain as temperatures there are below freezing. So we do still have a winter weather advisory for that part of our region. Otherwise, we're quiet until this next storm arrives just in time for the weekend. And that is going to bring another round of snow changing to rain Saturday into Sunday. So today, rain, fog this morning. Grab the umbrella, grab the boots. And the wind picks up later this afternoon. The high today, 48 degrees. It's much colder for the parade tomorrow. More on that coming up. Kim, I'll say days of showering your loved ones with gifts. I love that idea. Let's talk about what we're seeing out there today, or more accurately, what we're not seeing out there today, which is much of anything. Take a look out the windows of our next weather sphere. It is totally fogged in the city this morning. It is very hard to see. We have very low visibility, below 1 mile in many spots. Rain coming down as well. It's relatively light in the city. The heaviest rain is south of us, but visibilities have continued to drop, especially along the I-95 corridor, where in Philadelphia, we're back down to 0.8, less than a mile visibility. That is very, very difficult to see. Could cause some airport delays as well. Mount Pocono also at 0.8. Wilmington just a mile, and you can see here in western Chester County, this is an area that is very prone to fog. It is even more dense. You can see the darker gray shading there, so please be safe. Hard to see out there on the roads, and it is definitely a rainy morning, but it is rain, and here's why. Temperatures are near 40 degrees, especially across South Jersey. We're at 37 in Philadelphia. The one spot that we have to keep an eye on as far as ice, the Poconos, where it's only 30 degrees currently in Mount Pocono. So your morning drive, it's not going to be a great one, and that's why we are still in a next weather alert. While you're not driving through ice or snow, still in kind of an inconvenient morning. Everything is slow. Rain steadiest through about 7 a.m., tapering to showers through 9, and then maybe just a few scattered showers at 10 before the wind picks up and kicks all this precipitation out of here later this afternoon. But that wind comes courtesy of a cold front, which is going to knock the temperature right down just in time for parade day tomorrow. So here's what we're seeing right now. Heaviest rain is over Delaware, Maryland, and extreme South Jersey. And the problem here, these are the areas that were hardest hit by the snowstorm. Some spots picked up over 7-8 inches of snow. A lot of that is melting. You have rain on top of it, and that could lead to some runoff, some ponding, some flooding concerns, and may even be exacerbated this weekend. The next storm we're watching coming onshore over California today. Now, this is going to cause a mudslide threat in Southern California, and then that storm will traverse the nation, getting to us on Saturday, and it may start as snow before it change over to rain. So that's our next one to watch. Winter weather advisory just for the Poconos, Carbon and Monroe counties. That goes through 10 this morning. Later this afternoon, the sun may try to break out after the morning fog and rain, but the wind is going to pick up, becoming a west wind, 10 to 15. But later on today, winds could gust to 30 miles an hour, 48 degrees, some sun trying to break through later on. So let's take you through the timing. Again, this morning is wet through at least about 8 or 9. We've got rain. Notice how quickly it gets out, and then the sun breaks out this afternoon. The winds start to pick up from the west, and that is going to drag colder air into place. It is going to be cold for the parade. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be in the 30s. It'll feel like the 20s with a gusty wind, but it's dry. Then Saturday, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., we're seeing snow, especially north of the city. You can see here the blue may fill in around Philadelphia by midday, and then a changeover to rain as a warm front lifts north. All of this rain will then come through Sunday. Rain and wind, and even maybe a thunderstorm. A rumble of thunder cannot be ruled out Sunday before a drastic drop in temperatures. President's Day no better than freezing, and by the middle of next week, we'll have highs only in the 20s. Everything from the 50s to the 20s in this 7-day forecast. The weather roller coaster continues. Kim, I'll send it